Okay, we're continuing with Camille's Mermaid Tale. We read chapter 1 and 2 last time, and now we're ready for chapter 3. This chapter is called Something Fishy. The next morning, Aunt Miranda came to the shed to get a wheelbarrow. "Whoa," she exclaimed when she saw the girls at work. "What on earth are you girls doing?" Kendall was wet and covered with bubbles. Ashlyn was polka-dotted with paint, and Emerson was sitting in the middle of the sea of paper scraps. Willa said, "It's a secret." "Camille is sad that she can't come to the garden in the morning," said Emerson, "so we're making a surprise for her." "Promise you won't tell?" "I promise," said Aunt Miranda. She grinned. "I wouldn't know what to say anyway because I can't tell what you're making here, except a wonderful mess. What is this?" "It's going to be an underwater garden," Willa said, "because Camille wants to be a mermaid. Her granny made her a mermaid's tail, but she outgrew it," said Ashlyn. "And Camille can't go to the ocean," exclaimed Kendall, "so we're bringing the ocean to her." Ashlyn swiped her forehead with the back of her hand. "It's harder than we thought it was going to be," she admitted, "but it'll be worth it if it makes Camille happy." "We'll all be happy when it's finished," said Willa. "You mean when it's finished," joked Kendall. She put the palms of her hands together and turned them left and right like a fish fin. "I hope we can keep it a secret until then." "Don't worry," said Aunt Miranda. "We'll keep your secret. Or I'll keep your secret," she winked. "It'll be easy. I'll just clam up." I like all the ocean jokes. But keeping the underwater garden a secret from Camille was not easy for the girls. The very next afternoon, they were at the old shed working hard on their underwater garden. Willa was putting stuffing into a pillow, and Ashlyn was painting pink flowers on the tub. Emerson was making paper cutouts of sea creatures, and Kendall was fiddling with the water faucet. Suddenly they heard Camille call from just outside the gate, "Yoo-hoo! Hello! I'm here! Where is everybody?" "Eek!" squeaked Willa. "Camille is here already, and I'm covered with pillow fluff. Quick!" Ashlyn met her at the gate and stalled her. "Oh, quick, meet her at the gate and stall her. We can't let her see what we're doing. Give us time to hide this stuff in the shed." "I can't go," whispered Ashlyn. "Camille will ask why I'm all splattered with pink paint." "Tell her it's not paint," said Emerson, who was frantically gathering up scraps of paper scattered all over the ground. Tell her that we've got a poison ivy rash." "That won't work," said Ashlyn wailed. "Camille can tell this pink paint isn't poison ivy." "I'll go," said Kendall. "Hurry up," whispered Willa. Kendall wiped her hands on her skirt as she hurried to meet Camille. "Hi, Camille," she said nervously. "How come you're all wet?" asked Camille. "Oh, I was just fiddling around with the faucet," said Kendall. She changed the subject before Camille could ask why. "So how was ballet this morning?" "Fine," answered Camille. "We learned to plie." She started to walk toward the playhouse, but Kendall held her back. "What's a plie?" asked Kendall. "It's sort of a squat," said Camille. "Oh, please show me," said Kendall. "Well, okay," said Camille. "It's like this." She turned her toes out, bent her knees, and sank down, and rose up again. Like this, asked Kendall, copying Camille. "Yup." "Good," said Camille, starting again towards the playhouse. "Come on, let's..." "Wait," said Kendall desperately, trying to give the other girls more time. "That looks fun." She sank down and bounced up in a plie, then did it again, saying, "I like it." Kendall was relieved when the other girls came running up to the gate. They all looked a little red in the face. What are you two doing? Asked Emerson, out of breath. Camille learned pliés this morning, said Kendall. Look, she sank down and bounced up to show the other girls. Pliés? Cheered the girl, sinking down and bouncing up and boingy kangaroo, like boingy kangaroos. Camille asked her friends, what did you do this morning? Oh, you know, just stuff, answered Willa, casually. Camille pointed to some paint on Ashlyn's hand. Are you painting? She asked. Painting? Replied Ashlyn, looking at her dotty hand. Well, I guess so. I mean, kind of. Camille looked confused. Quickly, Emerson said, we were mostly just waiting for you. So now that you're here, let's do something fun. Let's do one of our plans, said Kendall, waving her notebook. Remember? She sang to the tune of Yankee Doodle. Acrobats and rainy picnics, boats with lots of doodles, starry skies and fireflies. We really used our noodles. Then there's an old tin tub in the garden shed, said Camille. We could pretend it's a boat. Come on. She headed toward the shed. Let's go find it. We can clean it up, paint it, and... No, said the other girls all at once. They blocked Camille's way to the shed. Camille stopped short, puzzled. She began, why don't you want... Kendall talked over her. Let's not do that boat plan right now, she said briskly. Let's plan our acrobat show instead. Hooray, said Emerson. A show. Camille was surprised and a bit hurt at being snubbed and ignored, but no one seemed to notice because they were all swept away by Emerson, who commented, everybody come with me. Emerson ran to the stage, leading the girls. So who has an idea, she asked. No one said anything. Don't you have any ideas, Emerson? Asked Camille. You usually have millions. Sure, said Emerson. Let's see. I know. I'll do my cartwheel, and you can balance the ball, and then, and she petered out. Willa piped in. I've got a great idea for a solo act. But you hate solos, said Camille. Willa ignored her. She climbed up onto the stage. I'll do pliés and sing new words. I've made up to row, row, row your boat, she said. Listen. And Willa held out her edges of her skirt. She sank down and rose up awkwardly, and she sang. Down, and up, bend your knees and squat. Something, 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 doing some pliés. I love it, gushed Emerson. It's wonderful, Ashlyn and Kendall said. Ashlyn and Kendall said nothing, but clapped politely. Shouldn't your song rhyme? Asked Camille. Don't worry, I'll figure that out later, said Willa, brushing off Camille's question as if it were a pesky fly. Okay, said Camille. She was surprised that Emerson, who loved to write songs, wasn't suggesting improvements to Willa's. And since when did Willa want to be alone on the stage singing and dancing all by herself? When the Willie Wishers had put on their fall show, Willa had refused to do a solo. Camille thought her friends were not behaving like themselves at all. I think Camille's a little suspicious, wondering why her friends are acting a little different. So let's find out. This is chapter 4. Half in, half out. Arg, wailed Willa the next morning. I can't stand it. I hate hiding the truth from Camille. Can't we tell her when she comes today? And ruin the surprise? Asked Emerson. The surprise is ruining our friendship, said Ashlyn. We hurt Camille's feelings yesterday when we shouted no about the boat. I think we should tell her what we're doing. The underwater garden is almost done, said Kendall. She'll find out soon. We've kept quiet this long, said Emerson. Let's not give up now. We'll just have to work harder and finish faster. We've kept quiet. Let's give Camille the surprise as soon as we can, said Willa. I can tell that she thinks we're acting weird. That's for sure, Kendall nodded. Camille knows something fishy is going on. Uh-oh. Kendall was right. Camille did think something fishy was going on. That afternoon, as she walked to the garden after ballet, she thought about how odd and jumpy her friends had acted the day before. They had ignored her suggestions, and when she had asked them questions, their answers were slippery. Camille was pretty sure that the other Wellie wishers were hiding something from her, which made her feel left out and lonely and sad. Just outside the garden gate, Camille saw Aunt Miranda weeding. "I'm glad to see you, Camille," said Aunt Miranda. I haven't seen you as often as usual lately." "That's because I'm only here in the afternoon," said Camille. She sighed. "Sometimes I think maybe it would be better if I just didn't come to the garden at all." Aunt Miranda sat back on her heels. "Why's that?" she asked. "Because being half in and half out is hard," said Camille. "I like ballet, but I miss being with the Wellie wishers. I felt left out, as if I don't know what they're doing." She paused, then went on. "I love summer in the garden, but I miss being with my grandmother at the ocean. I feel as if no matter where I am, I'm not where I want to be." "I know what you mean," said Aunt Miranda. "I love to travel, but I miss the garden when I'm away. So I close my eyes and I imagine it, and that always makes me feel better." That evening at home, Camille thought about what Aunt Miranda had said. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Suddenly she could imagine the ocean so well that she could almost smell it, all the salty and tangy and fishy, and feel the water spray tickle her skin. Camille didn't want to lose the picture she had in her mind, so she began to draw it. And when she was done, she wrote down one of the mermaid stories that she used to tell her grandmother. After writing, Camille felt as if a big heavy weight had been lifted from her heart. The sadness of missing Granny and the ocean and the hurt of being left out by her friends were lessened. She felt light and free the way she did when she was in the ocean, and a huge wave tossed her up, up, up like a flying fish. Drawing and writing about the ocean made Camille feel so much better that she decided to draw more pictures and write down all the mermaid stories that she could remember and put them together in a book. Sounds good. Okay, so she's wondering what's going on with her friends, but she decided to help herself feel better, and she wrote down stories and drew pictures of the ocean and all the wonderful things that she remembered. But I'm wondering if she's going to work things out and she's going to be surprised when she finds out what her friends are up to. Anyway, this next chapter is chapter 5, and we will read it next time. Okay? Hope you girls are loving the story. Bye.